What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Good Labs channel. Today's video, we're gonna be learning the flop shot, and this is one of the shots in golf that's a little bit harder, and I don't necessarily recommend it to everybody, but it's when you're basically faced with no green to work with and you gotta carry it over something and get a lot of spin. So I'll show you guys how to hit it. Typically, I'd use this shot when I'm faced with something just like this. So I gotta go up over this bunker, and I don't have a lot of green to work with. So I gotta hit it high and soft and get some spin on it. All right, guys, so when you're setting up to this shot, there's a couple things you wanna do if you wanna hit it high. First off, we're gonna open this club face wide open like this. I'm gonna set this thing where it's pointing straight up to the sky. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my body left to offset that. So my feet are gonna be aimed left and my club face is gonna be wide open, slightly right. So they're gonna offset each other. When you're setting up to the ball, make sure your weight stays on your left side right here. So when you're setting up, we're kind of almost treating it like a bunker shot, and we wanna keep that weight the whole time on our left side here. We don't wanna be coming back here and trying to do this. We keep it on our left, open that club face, swing left. I would say when you're feeling this shot, you want to swing along your feet. So if your feet are aimed left, swing along them. You're kind of hitting like a little bit of a cut shot here. It should look like this. I carried that one a little bit too far. I needed to land that a little bit shorter. So what I can do there, now that I hit that too far, there's two things when you're practicing this. I had the face a little bit too closed, or I made too big of a swing. So it's a funny shot because you guys got to come out here to the practice area and really mess with how open you want to set the face and play with it, because the only way you're going to know how far it goes is if you come out here and figure out how far you're hitting each shot when you're hitting these flop shots. All right, guys, we're gonna come over to a little bit of a different angle. That wasn't necessarily a place where I'd wanna use the flop shot as much as right here, because now I gotta actually carry it and I don't have much green to work with. So I gotta get a lot of spin on this. Gonna go high with it. I wanna take a full, nice, committed swing and just trust that my club face is open enough to offset that. That one almost flew in the hole. Still just didn't get enough spin on it. So I think I gotta land it a little bit shorter. These greens they're actually really hard. The other thing is when you're hitting this flop shot, I don't really think you guys should be taking a huge divot. When you're taking that divot, usually that means your club face is squaring down through impact. So if you're keeping the face open through impact enough and you're trusting that your body's aimed far enough left, you should not be taking some huge divot. You should actually just be sweeping it right off the top of the grass. I don't recommend hitting this shot if you're able to pull off a different shot. This is for extreme measures when you have to carry it over something, you gotta create a lot of spin, and you gotta make something happen. It's a really fun shot. It's one of like my favorite shots in golf. When I'm in a tournament and I gotta go up over something and I got an upslope, I can create a lot of spin. I just take a full swing, open that face up, and I just let it go. And I absolutely love hitting that when I need to, but it's not the smartest shot, I will say that. Phil Mickelson, you guys probably know he's famous for this flop shot, but that's because he practices it all the time and he's perfected it. All right, guys, today's checkpoints for the flop shot. Let's start out here. First thing we're gonna do is open that face wide open. Once again, we're gonna open it, set it like this. Aim our body to the left of the target to offset this face. So that's number one. That's checkpoint number one. We're gonna open the face, aim the body left. They kind of work together because you're offsetting that club face. Next thing is, when you're over the ball, I don't want your weight back here. That's one thing that I see a lot of people do, and they'll scull it and chunk it. Make sure this weight is on your left side here, and you're keeping it there throughout the whole swing. Keeping that weight right here on your left side. That's checkpoint number two. And the third thing is, get low. So don't be up here trying to hit a flop shot. Bend those knees, get down and low into the shot so you're rotating and staying low to the ground. Because a lot of people I see hitting flop shots, they're standing up like this, like they're hitting a normal shot. Can't do that. Gotta get low to the ground, get engaged in the shot, and turn left. Those are the three checkpoints for hitting a flop shot. A little bonus tip real quick. When you get over it, don't have those hands over here. Offset those hands a little bit behind the ball like this. So the shaft I want running a little bit behind, so that's gonna make it wanna even go a little bit higher. If you have those hands ahead, you're gonna wanna dig more. I just want you guys to be using that bounce and sliding the club underneath the ball. Every time after I hit a shot like that, I kind of evaluate it. I step back and say, was the swing big enough or was my face too open? That's always the two things you're kind of messing with when you're trying to gauge the distance on these shots. And notice I'm not really taking a huge divot, I'm just sliding the club. I'm not taking a giant chunk of grass like I've seen a lot of people do when they're hitting these flop shots. Just slide that club, make sure those hands are a little bit behind the ball on that bonus tip there. Guys, hopefully you did enjoy today's video. It's a quick little video on a shot that I absolutely love to hit. And it's one of those shots, if you can pull it off in front of your buddies, they'll be pretty impressed because it takes practice and it's not one of those that you just come out here and do. You actually have to come out and practice it. But if you guys did enjoy that video, hit that subscribe button. Leave some comments down low of future videos you'd like to see. Keep the ideas coming. But we appreciate you guys. Till next time, peace out.